What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we are talking about my entire line of electro voice speakers, EV speakers. Now, some may say I'm a fanboy. Some may say I'm an ambassador. The fact is, that's all I use, period. All I use is EV speakers. Whenever you see me in my videos and my pictures, I've always got some sort of EV speaker with me. And today, I'm going to go through the entire line of stuff that I personally own, tell you a little bit of the pros, the cons, what I use them for. Stick around. This is going to be a good video. So maybe the easiest way to do this is to kind of start from the smallest to the largest, I guess. And that way, if I break my back at the end, bringing out the big guns, then it'll be the end of the video anyway. So we're going to start with one of my favorite speakers EV's probably ever made. This is the Everse 8. And you know the pros already probably. You've seen my other videos. I'll put a link down below to when it came out. But the best part about this one is it's battery powered, plain and simple. It's got Bluetooth. You can see this is how I set up my ceremony rig. Again, I'll put a link down below to the ceremony video I've done before, but I think that is my favorite part about it. Quite simply, it is wireless. It can power your microphone receiver. It can run for hours on its own. Are you going to go out and do a party with these? Absolutely not. That's probably the negative of it. But for the size and the carrying bag and the fact that it's battery powered, these have saved me numerous times at wedding ceremonies and then kind of satellite cocktail areas. Highly, highly, highly recommend the Everse 8. All right, let's keep moving. Next up, ready for it? PXM12MP. Needs a better name. Let's be honest. I bet you've never seen this one. It's like a floor wedge. Well, it is a floor wedge. The PXM12MP is an absolute banger. If you are a private event DJ that's used to playing in a club and you don't have a monitor, this I usually put down by my right foot, and then I have my in-ear monitor in my left, and then I'm playing the live sound down on the right off the booth output. This thing has saved me numerous times, especially if I'm doing a large production event where I'm nowhere near the line array that they've hung, say for a big conference or an award show, and I still want to be able to hear myself mix. This little speaker has saved me numerous times. It's got a nice little slip cover that goes over it. I don't really know any negatives to it, but you need this. If you're used to using a monitor, this is your go-to speaker. Get yourself one. I think it was slept on because it came out during COVID times when everybody was panicking and had no money, or maybe you had a lot of money from the government and just didn't know it came out. And whatever reason it got slept on, wake up, buy that speaker. It's a banger. Next up, say hello to my little friend, the Evolve 30M. The M means it has a few more inputs and features. Really good for acoustic acts and things like that. You could probably get away with the Evolve 30, but why do I like this one? Well, number one, the top part has kind of a little cute little backpack. That's kind of awesome. And then the subwoofer part can go in the other hand. So literally, you can walk in with an entire rig in two hands. Slip covers, backpack, I mean, goes together so easy. No wires. You got these little stick thingies. Boom. Next thing you know, you're playing music. Plug it in, run your inputs in, do a little tuning. By the way, if you haven't downloaded the EV Quick Smart app, most of these speakers I'm showing you today, other than the ETX we'll see at the very end, run off the Quick Smart app, which is a super cool way to basically control the show from an iPad sitting out in the crowd. So Evolve 30M, let's see. Again, ceremonies, awesome. Cocktail hour, awesome. Satellite fill speakers in the back of the room. If you got a long ballroom or a long convention center room that you need everybody to be able to hear toasts or award show nominees, things like that, music, whatever, countless uses. And again, especially if you have like a acoustic act or you're like a singer-songwriter playing in like a small bar. Evolve 30M, check it. Okay, next up, the industry standard really for us here at Bunn DJ Company, in black or white. These have been used on hundreds of shows, usually under 150 people, not a super huge room. This is the Evolve 50M. Again, the M means you have more inputs, more so for a small band or acoustic act, but I just ended up with the M's. The Evolve 50s will do just fine for you. just like the 30s, other than they don't have 2 sticks, they just have 1. The beauty of it is no wires. As you can see, the wires are basically built in here. You got your line array up top. Boom. It's assembled, ready to go. This and this come in a carrying bag. The bottoms do have a little rolling bag. Not the biggest fan of them, to be honest with you. So I'm being just fully transparent. So I got covers from a company called Tukey in Detroit. That's Tuki. I'll put a link down below. And they make a slip cover for the 12-inch sub. Now, while we're in the middle of all this, you'll notice I'm not going over like decibels or wattage, sound pressure. You know why? I don't care. You can go on their website and you can look up all the specs that you want, the weights, the wattage, the sound pressure, every little thing you want. You can go right on the EV's website and look all that stuff up. That's not what I do. You know me now. You watch my videos. I'm not going to sit here and break down every feature of every one. I'm just telling you what I use them for. But again, these are our workhorses. These are from the majority of the shows that I do and the DJs here at Bunn DJ Company do, which are weddings at around 150 guests. Evolve 50M or Evolve 50. Good stuff. Y'all got me sweating out here. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like running in and out of this closet over here to my left. Next up, love these things. ELX 200, the 12P on top, ELX 12-inch sub on the bottom. I love these things. Why? Because it's a step up from the Evolve 50s that I showed you just a second ago. These are for if you need a little more sound pressure, a little more bump, a little more coverage, if you will, in that room. Now, here's the downside. They don't have anywhere near the dispersion of the Evolve 50s or the Evolve 30s, like the spread. So let's say if my DJ booth is here in the middle and these are a little further out on each side, and maybe this is the dance floor in front of me. Sometimes what I do during the toasts and the speeches and whatnot is I'll walk over to each of them and I'll kind of turn them like that so that the guests that are at their tables on this side and that side can hear. So turn that one that way, this one this way, because they don't, like I said, they don't have that spread like the line arrays do, the mini line arrays. So next I'm gonna bring out the step up from this that I do sometimes when I need even more bass, which is to bring out the 18-inch ELX 200. So let me grab that right now. Okay, the big boy, ELX 200 18P. P stands for powered. Again, these all have the amplifiers built in them. So when I want more bass, I just take this pole, unscrew it, screw it into the thread mount here, take the ELX 200 12P, put it on top for a real serious banger of a rig. I don't want to say how many people, 250 people. Let's say that. How about that? 250 people. I think it would be pretty good for that. At the back of the room, especially if I was doing toast or something, I'd still probably put the Evolve 30s or the Everse for some fill and just so that people in the way back could hear. But you can see the difference in sizes between the two. 12s are a lot easier to manage, a lot easier to carry around. The bad thing about the ELX 18s, no casters. No casters built into them. So you're using body weight and your rock and roller or whatever kind of cart you use to get them in and out. That's the only negative. All this stuff has really nice slip covers. Slip cover, slip cover, slip cover. Again, look up the specs online if that's kind of your nerdy thing, but it's not really mine. Again, these would be for bigger parties, maybe a small school dance. Definitely not a prom with 500 kids, but you know, a bigger party, bigger corporate event. We have a big wedding, in fact, in 2 days for almost 300 people, and I'm going to take the 18s and the 12s on top. All right. Next, and finally, the biggest stuff that I have. Let's pull the slip cover off here. Toss that aside. Now, as you can see, these, I just call them the big boys. They do have a set of casters, really heavy duty casters on them. I kind of just tilt it down like that, cruise it back a little bit, and then gently lay it down so I don't hurt myself. These are the ETX powered speakers. ETX. This, from what I know, this is my one nerd tech spec. This is a wooden box. The other ones are like composite materials. This is a wooden cabinet. Definitely makes them sound better. So yeah, these are really just the biggest of the bass that we have. These are probably good for 300 people. I still probably wouldn't do a prom with them. I would fill it with some other speakers. As always, you'll see on the back of this, they all have a built-in DSP menu where you can go in and dial in different functions, delays, EQs, things like that. And again, this one doesn't have the threaded pole on top. It's just got the insert. I'm showing it to you kind of at camera height, but I would raise them up a little bit more like face or even a little above my face because I'm pretty short. So let me grab the EV pole and the ETX top, and let's see this rig put together and wrap this video up. All right. So again, there's no screwing this one in, just drops right in. And then this particular pole is really nice. It's got a release here and then tighten here. Like I said, I'm going to leave it down low for purposes of this video. Woo! Swear to God, sweating. Couple cool things about these. Got two different holes on the bottom. We're going to say you got a little bit of tilt forward if you want to run them up higher. And then you got your straight ahead as well. Yeah, ETX 12-inch power speaker. Wooden negatives, heavy. As you can see, they're heavy. If you don't have a little bit of strength to you, you're not going to be able to get it up on the pole. Other than that, I mean, no negatives at all. I don't use these a ton. One, because they're black and I don't think they come in white. And also, I just don't need this kind of boom, boom, sound pressure, blow your head off kind of thing at a wedding. It's just sometimes overkill is overkill. A lot of the places I play don't have a lot of fabric, so they're kind of echoey and boomy. So you're already battling with that. It's just an unnecessary system unless you're doing like an outdoor event. When I've played outside at North Hills, you've seen me use these, and that was one of the only times I can really remember needing them and wanting them, and probably could have used even more than that. Maybe a double set on my left and double set on my right. So that's it. From the smallest to the largest of all the EV stuff that I own. I hope you guys enjoyed a look inside my special little storage closet here and all the things that kind of get me through the different size shows that I do. I love their products. I'm not just saying that. I really do love them. I use them. All of these that I've shown you today have been used multiple times through multiple configurations over the last probably 5 years, starting with the Everse 8 that we saw all the way up to the ETXs that you see here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need EV stuff, I always would reach out to my boy Ben over at NLFX. It's Ben at NLFXpro.com. He will take good care of you. Make sure to tell him you are a friend of Joe Bunn's. And again, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give this video a big old thumbs up because you made me break a sweat. And leave a comment below and let me know which one of these is your favorite or which ones you own. I always respond to those myself. New videos every single week. See y'all.